歡迎收聽第28集嘅 Apple Switch， 我係 Steven。咁今集咧都會繼續翻同阿 Josh 延續翻上一集嘅對話啦。咁我哋今集咧就會講下呢個 E3 嘅一啲感受啦，同埋對於一啲發佈咗嘅遊戲嘅睇法啦，同埋自己中意一啲咩類型嘅遊戲啦，同大家分享下我哋自己嘅感受嘅。咁嚟緊咧就大概有差唔多1個鐘嘅節目啦，咁就希望大家可以細心欣賞。我哋下集咧就繼續翻正常嘅 Apple Switch 嘅新聞啊等等嘅廣東話夾地嘅。咁而家就嚟聽下我同阿 Josh 講呢個遊戲嘅一啲內容啦。So do you still play your Switch?
You know, I haven't been playing it lately, just because I've been working 7 days a week, and I'm so tired. By the time I get home, I can barely even have time to, do my web development studying and stuff like that. But God, I every time I look at it in my room, I feel bad. So, but yeah, oh man, I love my Switch. It is. I do wish I had more time. Really, that's what it comes down to.
Is the Master Mode of Legend of Zelda is the last game you play on the Switch, right?
Yeah, I kind of right now I go back and forth between Breath of the Wild and I actually downloaded a couple of those like older Final Fantasy games. I'm like a total like RPG nerd, like old school RPG nerd. And so that was awesome. I played almost all the way through Final Fantasy 9 on it, and it was just so nostalgic and so amazing. And so, and then I'll play a bunch of Skyrim.
Oh, Skyrim, okay.
A couple of the games here and there.
Do you manage to play through everything on Skyrim?
No, I've played, I've probably had about 20 or 30 different characters, and each one, maybe about 10 of them, I've got to level, 60. And then the game just, for me, because I don't play with mods or anything, obviously, it just starts getting boring around that time. So, but every time I play that, I endeavor to be like, all right, this is the one. I'm going to get to level 100 at least or something. And it's funny, and it's also the game is a little old at this point, and so it's as great as it is. It's like it's aged a little bit at least. So, especially without mods.
Yeah, I didn't manage to level through that much, I think, on Skyrim, but I did manage to, finished up a story and basically most of the side quests, and I just sold the game. The physical copy.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of repetitive, right? When you play through every characters and everything.
It's super repetitive, yeah, and so mods do help with that, but that's the thing, is the whole beginning, 3 hours of the game, no matter what, is pretty much going to be the same, and then you can kind of start changing it from there, and kind of do your little role play and stuff, but yeah, I don't know, I think it's just, I'll enjoy it, I'll start a new character, or I'll just pick up an old character for any time, and I'll enjoy it for a little while, but then I start just getting really bored. Find myself falling asleep playing.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I got I think 50 or 60 games on my Switch, and I basically removed quite a few when I start getting bored with the game. So I keep changing every time, and but I still enjoy some of the games like Diablo, because I think if you grind the dungeons every time, it's different.
Dude, we should play some Diablo together.
But I'm not good at it. I just enjoy the grinding thing, right?
Yeah, me too. It's so fun. I haven't played it in a while, actually.
Yeah, I stopped picking it up 2 days ago. And
oh, nice.
I basically forgot all the the hotkeys and everything.
I have you're playing it on your Switch, though, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
So, dude, okay, so I have, a character that's stupidly high level. So, if you wanted, if we were to play together, I could invite you into my game, and then, you, level up accordingly, kind of, temporarily, but you also get, crap loads of experience. You'd level up your character, 2 or 3 times as fast just by playing, a couple of hours or whatever.
Oh,
It's freaking
okay.
awesome. Yeah, it's so neat because like if I were to bring you into my world in there, like all the enemies are super strong, and so it gives you buffs, I guess, or something like that. So
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, we should totally do that.
Yeah, we can. But I'm not sure if they can do it cross-platform, or is it just, I mean, just
I don't know.
code or
I don't
something.
think. Yeah. Oh, I mean, if as long as we're both playing it on the Switch.
Yeah. I only managed to get to like around level 90 for a character, so
Yeah. God, I don't even know what level mine is. He's like a god. My the highest level character. I think I'm a paladin or a paladin, and just
okay.
oh my god, it's so awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah, I remember. If I remember correctly, I have the ability that like shoots these hammers around you, and like lightning strikes like from like your body to the hammers, and so the hammers damage enemies, and so does the lightning. And so like I just run into this group of enemies with like 40 hammers circling me, and it just destroys everybody.
Yeah, the area damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. I don't know. I have a couple other games, but I just don't. I just have, like I say, mostly don't have the time. And when I do have the time, like the games that I do like to play, kind of take a long time to play and stuff. They're not really easy to pick up and put down. So
That's the whole thing, right? There are a lot of different games on on the Switch, and most of the games are designed for like easy pickup, like party games
Yeah.
and just slash and hash and those kind of things. So
Yeah.
I really enjoy those kind of games when people comes to my home, and we just pick it up and try to learn together and enjoy the fun learning together,
Right.
rather than you master your game and you invite some friends to your home and you show it off. That's not fun at
Yeah.
all. So yeah, but for
Right,
for single player game, it's okay, like Diablo and those RPG games we just play on our own. We just try to master it.
Yeah.
Do you have
man.
any of these party games that you play with the others?
I have Super Smash Brothers.
Hmm.
Or whatever, Smash Brothers or whatever, which is amazing. But I'm so bad at it. But it's so fun playing with people. It's because you can kind of just button mash,
Yeah.
So it's totally fun for having people over and stuff. And I have Mario Kart, of course. You have to have Mario Kart.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
I think it's illegal to not have Mario Kart on the Switch.
Yeah, exactly. and you know when the Switch launches and my friends came to my home, or we went to someone's home and I bring along my Switch, and people just think about like Mario Kart because that's the most advertised game when the Switch launches. So everyone knows it's a party game. Like, just play it, let's try it, and like people enjoy it.
Yeah, and it's funny too because I really suck at that as well. Everybody kicks my ass, but I still love it. So
Yeah.
yeah. The only other game if I had a much larger budget, I'd buy a bunch of games. But probably the next game I'll get is going to be the next like Final Fantasy that they released on the Switch. It was like Final Fantasy 12, I think, and it was like the full version or whatever. And oh man, that game looks so awesome. I mean,
And
I played it on
the Final
PS2.
Fantasy VIII remake. I think they remake the
7, Final Fantasy 7 remake.
No, that's X not released yet. It's announced at the E3, so it's the Final
Wait,
Fantasy VIII.
Wait, hold on.
Remastered.
Are you talking about the one with like Cloud and Barrett and all them and Tifa?
I can't remember. I didn't play through much of the Final Fantasy. I just got a couple of it.
Because I'm pretty sure they're not remaking.
Let me check my show notes. I think that's remaster or something like that.
Yeah, well, maybe 8. Yeah, okay, yeah, they might remaster 8. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
they're
think-
actually remaking.
Yeah, they are remaking another one. Yes.
They're actually remaking 7. That'd be pretty cool if they remastered 8. Because even though it wasn't super it wasn't super like popular. There's a lot like the people who are fans of it are like huge fans. So I liked it. I played it a couple times, but it's definitely not as good as 7 or 9.
Yeah, they are remastering the Final Fantasy VIII and will be released this year on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch and PC.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, dude, okay, so I literally might just buy a PS4 for the Final Fantasy VII Remake, because it looks just stupidly good.
Why don't you wait for PlayStation 5?
Right, I know, but it's like, that game, Final Fantasy VII, like, has such a special place in my heart. Like, I've literally mastered it like 4 or 5 times with like 99 hours plus. Like, you know, when I was a kid. And it's just, oh man, it's so good. Okay. And it's the story that's really good too, because the game is totally antiquated and it doesn't hold up to these standards today. Like, it's all super blocky, and I tried playing it again on my Switch because I bought that and 9, and it just... I couldn't play it for about an hour, and I was like, all right, this is done.
Yeah, I think back in the days, the only game I played like over 100 hours or hundreds of hours will be EverQuest. That's on PC.
Nice.
That's a MMO, and I play the Icewind Dale, Baldur's Gate, those kind of like Dragon and Dungeon games. And it's going to Switch later this year in September. So I'm pretty excited because I played through the game like a few times, but the entire gameplay will take around 80 to 90 hours when it was on PC. So, but it's different. I think it's a little bit different on mobile and also on the Switch. I mean, in terms of the control, but the storyline is exactly the same. So I'm very excited to get it on the Switch as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like
so
it's just like Diablo kind of things.
Oh right, yeah. Do you mostly play your Switch in handheld mode or on the like a big screen?
On a big screen.
Yeah. See, I'm the opposite because I sold when I moved a couple months ago. I sold my TV, so I was like. What's really nice about it for me is because it's literally like, you know, if I'm going somewhere or whatever, I just throw my Switch in my backpack, and if I wanted to, I can play it and stuff.
Yeah, so. for JRPGs like Final Fantasy, yes, you can play on the handheld mode, but for action RPGs like Zelda, it's hard, right? It's easier on the Pro controller on the TV.
Yeah, I can do it. I actually played through all of Zelda on the handheld, and then about half of Master Mode. So, because I just get used to it, and it's fine. But right now I'm stuck on Thunderblight Ganon in Master Mode. Actually, the Spectral Thunderblight Ganon, where you have to go in there with your you have this like, it's like a dream world, you know. So you have only like certain weapons and stuff. It's so hard.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Oh man, I cannot wait for the second one either. It's just, I just saw that little preview at E3.
Yes.
Or on the E3 thing. I was just like, oh my god.
It's finally coming.
Yeah.
And I think
it's for sure.
I think it's around, I think it's around later next year or 2021.
Dude, they better release it next year.
probably next year, but very late next year.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna play it through at least one more time. I want to finish Master Mode and like the Master Sword Trials. It's just so hard to beat it on Master Mode. But I think I just need to beef up like my stamina and more, and then get there's like a food buff where you can get like a 20 or 30 minute like defense buff, and I think that's what I need to do, and then just try it then.
Yeah.
So,
exactly, that's what you need for that Master Mode. Yeah.
It's so hard, but it's so worth it.
And you know the reason for the sequel for Breath of the Wild is because they said they have too many ideas for DLC, so they better make a new game.
Yeah. So, that makes sense. That totally makes sense.
Yeah, if you had like 20 ideas for DLC, you are not going to release 20 DLCs and try to like get everyone's cash and move on and keep stuck in the old games.
Right. And then they kind of left it open where, like, so there's technically, like, 3 incarnations of Ganon, I think. If I don't know the lore too much, but there's the big, I guess, spoilers, but there's, like, the big pig thing.
Yeah.
And then there's like, the one that you fight before that. And I guess maybe it's 4, because the spectral one is where he's, like, the one that he's, like, kind of, like, floating around the castle.
Yes.
And then there's, like, the actual human form, which is, like, the Gerudo. Like, that's how he started. He's, like, a Gerudo.
Yeah.
And so that's, like, he's still there. He's still somewhere. Like, he may be wounded or something, but he's trying to come back. And I think that's my guess, is, like, you know, Link, like, he's hiding somewhere, and all of a sudden, like, Link finds him or something now. And that's kind of what I got from the preview. Oh, man.
Yeah. Just
I
can't
can't
wait.
wait.
Yeah, I think that's going to be another blockbuster for the Switch games. I think it's record high for the sales.
Yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
I have to admit, Breath of the Wild is the reason why I bought the Switch. For sure. So
that's the first game you bought on the Switch, right? For
yeah. I bought Breath of the Wild, and then my girlfriend at the time bought me Skyrim. So those are the 2 games I had for, like, a while, then I kind of started buying more here and there.
I started with Bomberman.
Is that any good?
Yeah, it's just like you can play single player or party game, so it's either one. So
Nice.
yeah, party games is fun, and you play like two players. It's also good. So it started
Yeah,
out.
I remember I used to play a bunch of Bomberman on the Nintendo 64 back in the day. Yeah, we'd have 4 of us going and just, like, fighting each other and teaming up, and oh man, it was so fun.
Yeah. There are a lot of this kind of games. I mean, like Overcooked and everything is like a Bomberman type party games.
I've heard of Overcooked. I haven't checked that one out yet, though. don't
I
know
got-
what it is. It's just like a cooking game.
Yeah, it's like a very competitive like party game, and you have to cooperate with your friends, and you start cooking and serving according to the orders, and there's certain timelines and certain targets you need to make in order to get like 3 stars, 2 stars, 1 star,
Right.
in order to move on to the next level. And it's getting harder and harder in Overcooked 2, and it's got another DLC, I think 2 days ago. I haven't started
nice.
yet. Yeah, that's a kind of like a spooky theme. So you need to serve those ghosts and monsters. You need to feed them in order to like make them satisfied, and you have to make it fast with the dishes and move on. Yeah. Sounds exciting, and I haven't checked it out. I downloaded the DLC, but yeah, I haven't started playing yet.
Yeah.
You need to have another like 3 friends with you, so you can like work together. Otherwise, if you play on your own, it's very hard.
Right.
Yeah, I played through a few stages on my own. I think like 3 or 4 big stages. So it's like every stages you got like 5 or 6 small stages, but it's pretty hard to try on your own.
Right. Yeah, no, that would definitely. I mean, it would almost be a game you kind of have to play with other people, because then it's a little bit more fun that way. I would think.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, even like Mario Kart, you can play it on your own, but what's the fun unless you're like racing against your friends?
I mean, playing on your own is like trying to master it. I mean, for Mario Kart is try to master on your own, but for those like co-op games like Overcooked is different. You can't really master on your own because it's different.
That makes sense, though. Yeah.
Yeah. So you check out the E3 contents, right? The announcement and everything. So how do you think about E3 this year?
I didn't follow any specific things on it because it kind of came out of nowhere, and I've just been so busy lately. And so the only things that actually kind of came through was like I heard about the Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yeah.
I heard about that. Okay, so Cyberpunk has Keanu Reeves is the main character.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Like what?
Yeah, I saw the live show. I think he came on stage and everyone was like crazy and didn't expect that. It was pretty exciting when you see him coming through the stage and like say hi to everyone and announcing, okay, I'm working with these guys to make this game, and
yeah.
It's
so exciting because there hasn't really been anything like it yet. I mean, anything like that at least, because Cyberpunk already looks so good. But anyway, I know it's not a Switch thing. It's like that's just PC, right? But
it's especially exciting when such a big movie star cooperate with, work with these, game producers and make a game and came on the stage and announce everything for you. So it's very exciting for those who love Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It looks so good. And then the thing I'm the most excited about is the Final Fantasy VII remake. Again, I'm if I have the budget when that comes out, I will buy a PS4 for that. Like even if I have to go buy like a used one or something.
Yeah, I think the you can get it on like I think in the US you got like something like Craigslist. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Is that like second-hand trading platform?
Exactly. Yeah, and then also there's like Facebook and there's a couple other ones.
Is it trustworthy on Facebook? Because for me, right, in Hong Kong, I think it's kind of shady on Facebook trades. The marketplace is kind of like shady. They sell like crap things.
I think it's sketchy anywhere you go. No matter what, when you're dealing with, just people that are selling stuff, you kind of just have to always look out for yourself, and you always have to look out for like you might get scammed, or you might get like some people even like this is kind of like extreme, but some people get like robbed and stuff. So yeah, but I don't think it's not as big of a deal as a lot of people say. I mean, you go to a public place to meet you.
Yeah.
Don't look up all the scams. If it feels sketchy, it's probably sketchy.
Yeah. So. It's hard to get robbed in Hong Kong if you trade in train stations. So it's very hard. I mean, there are a lot of people around, and you just can't escape.
Yeah,
there's just too many people there.
Yeah, that's the smart way to go about it.
And it's also a very common place that people trade games. I basically I can sell my games like instantly when I just put it up, like for like 30% off or 40% off, just right away.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think it's probably a little slower than that here. And I used to live in a bigger area, like a more of a metropolitan area, but now I live in what I kind of call like podunk. It's like, without, making fun of anybody, there's like a lot of rednecks and hippies here. So it's like not very tech oriented, and so I love it, and there's a lot less people, there's a lot less stress, but then it comes with the consequences of like, you're just not in a big city, you know, or even, I'm not even really near a big city. And so like the closest big city I'm almost equidistant from Portland and San Francisco. And so, I mean, there's like Eugene, there's a couple other ones in Oregon here, but anyway, so I think, I like it now, but eventually, especially if I start getting into more web development stuff, like, and I really want to get a career, I'm going to have to move to a big city.
Like Silicon Valley?
Yeah, I'll probably move to either Portland or San Francisco, or, I mean, depending. I mean, if I get a job in New York or something, I'll go move over to New York, for a little while, because I'm not opposed to living in a big city, but I was raised in a small town that's near metropolitan areas, and I was like 2 hours from LA, and LA is so big and sprawling that I practically lived in like a suburb of LA. So But anyway, yeah, it's nice though to be away from all that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And you know, when you live in a very busy city, you tend to like dream about living somewhere more
Right.
quiet.
Right.
Yeah, that's why
Absolutely.
why I wish. Yeah, it's so busy. It's so busy in Hong Kong around. I mean, basically everywhere. Everyone
Yeah.
walks fast and try to catch a train, catch the bus, and
Right.
it's so busy. It's so busy. It's way too
God,
busy.
yeah, it seems like that. But I think it would be a fun place to visit for sure. I'd probably have a freaking awesome time. So, well, anyway, so yeah, E3 though. I mean, I wish I would have actually watched it, but it's just who has the time for all this stuff?
I watch a few. The Cyberpunk is one, and I watched the entire Square Enix announcement.
Nice.
Very nice, very nice. I think they catch everyone's attention for the entire E3. I mean, that day is like crazy. Everyone was like screaming, and
Oh yeah.
you got to. I mean, watch it again if you like their games. I mean, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And also for the Switch Direct, I watched the entire thing as well.
Nice.
It was at, I think it was at around midnight for my time, so I stay up for an hour for that, and I start like catching all the notes, and everything is so tiring when you watch it, and you still need to capture some of the notes for your show, and it's so busy. Yeah, on it. And also for the Square Enix announcement, it's so busy on the announcement. They announce so many things, and you have to capture everything like Final Fantasy and I mean all these announcements. But yeah, you got to watch the Square Enix again. So
Oh
so
yeah.
much so much surprise, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that for sure. It's oh man, can't wait.
You just
I
keep
cannot wait
yourself
for
hyped
Final
for the
Fantasy
entire
7.
year. Yeah.
So, but yeah. So what do you think of all the streaming services?
The streaming services, I think recently they have a lot of talking on the streaming, especially when Google Stadia announced, and also for the Apple Arcade.
Yeah,
So people start picking up the game streaming business again, and people were saying like Xbox Pass coming to the Switch, or Nintendo is going to look into some of the streaming business, etc. So um, I'm not a fan of game. I mean streaming games online.
yeah,
Especially when people telling me that okay, Steam is pretty good. I mean, I say yeah, but I still prefer console games that I can play.
yeah.
Like I don't need to rely on internet or something. I can just take it away, and just like
Right.
the Switch, I take it as I go. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. The thing that my hesitation is I don't want to have like 20 different subscription services that I'm paying. You
yeah,
know, like there's especially with movies and content right now. We're going back to cable. You're basically going to have so 4 or 5, Netflix, Hulu, Disney, and it's just
Roku.
yeah, and it's just like okay, so we've gone full circle. What's the point, and then of course now we're here with video games again, and so I don't like it. I honestly don't really like it.
Mm,
I mean, I'm going to remain cautious. I'm going to look at it and see, but I definitely will not be an early adopter, and I probably won't even. I don't know. I guess again, if my budget clears up or whatever, because I got a bunch of like dental work I got to take care of and stuff. But
mm.
sure, I might in a year or so, once it's matured, I might subscribe to Apple Arcade or something like that. If they got a bunch of really good games on there.
I think
So
I think just a trend, right? Just like movies and TV shows that I mean, in old days you just get a DVD or VCD, or you just go to the theater and or go to the cinema to watch the movie, and now you can just do it on demand, right? Just like Apple Music, you suddenly some of the songs, some of the lyrics comes to your mind and you want to listen it, just go and search it and listen it. It's like a on demand thing.
yeah,
It's kind of influence a lot of people's behavior. It changed a lot. I mean on consumer behavior because of like the convenience, or I mean if you like music, right? If you buy a lot of music on iTunes, it's going to cost you a lot. But if you subscribe like a few bucks a month, you don't feel it. Like if you listen to hundreds of songs, you definitely you are paying off for your bill. But
right. But the problem with that is, and I don't know how much this has to do with music, but with the problem with games is with the App Store, Apple has already proved that, like, you know, games that I paid for 10 years ago, they're no longer available.
Yeah.
And so, you know, like, that's I think that'll be even worse with the Apple Arcade, because you're going to be paying a subscription fee, and then, like, the developers can yank their games anytime. You can no longer play it. And or a year goes by and there's a new SDK that is, or whatever, you know, they're, you know, depreciated this or that or something, the game no longer runs. And so I don't know. I think maybe I'm just like an old man in it, and I'm just like, I just want a physical game, you know, or something. So
yeah,
like even with the Switch, it's like I kind of would rather buy a physical copy, you know, other than having the digital one. And so,
I still prefer digital downloads over physical. Like, but some of the games, like I usually I make a buying decision before I go for any games on Switch between physical copy or digital copy, and I usually get the digital copy if those games is not so popular. So it's not an easy sell when you finish up a game and you try to resell the game and nobody knows and nobody will pick up the physical copy.
right, yeah, I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But still, like, if you have a physical copy, somebody might want it, you know, and so,
Yeah.
but, yeah.
It's kind of
But
like
anyway.
annoying if you can't sell it like within like 24 hours. It's kind of annoying.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple games digitally on the Switch, but I think those were more like impulse buys kind of too, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And sometimes it's easier
But,
especially when we have quite a number of friends who are interested in playing Switch games, or they have their own Switch at home, and if you have digital copy, then you can just swap it over. Okay, just put my Switch into the dock, and we can just change the game when we get bored after an hour, and then we can change instead of like pulling out the cartridge and put another one. You don't have to carry the cartridge, just carry
Right.
your Switch, and it's more convenient for parties, and people get bored with certain games, repetitive.
I actually
and-
never thought about that. So, like, if you're at your friend's house and he has a Switch, and you can just throw it in his dock and it just works.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why
Awesome.
I got
I never thought about that. Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is really cool.
yeah.
That is really, really cool, huh?
Yeah. That's what it meant for, right? You just enjoy the
Yeah.
fun and share the joy and share the games. That's
Right.
what it was designed for.
For sure. No, it's funny that it's such a simple thing, but I just never thought of that.
Yeah,
That's
because
awesome.
we got a few friends with a Switch, and we always talk about games when we meet, and we talk
Yeah.
about which game we to buy, and can you try this game? You want to try this game? It's on my Switch, and you try it out if you want it. I mean, just Just go to your home, come to my home, and enjoy the time with the game. So yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome. Huh.
it's awesome. Yeah.
You can also kind of coordinate buying games. Like you know, you'll buy this party game, and they'll buy these other party games, and
Yeah. Yeah.
that's cool. So yeah, I think we might have. Looking at the show notes here, I think we might have skipped over like the rumors of like the different Switch models.
Yeah, I mean that's a simple thing, right? I mean, they are talking about the production is ongoing for the two models of the new Switch. So if you're going to choose to upgrade your Switch, are you going to upgrade your Switch if this new one coming up?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, just depending on when it comes out, and you know, I guess my own budget and stuff at the time, but. I don't know.
I mean, forget about budget. So just like
right.
a phone, right? Just like a phone, and you need to upgrade, and you need to upgrade. It's like
Do you think
it's
it'll
2
come
years
out this year?
I think it's going to come out this year.
Really?
If they're going to catch the holiday, I think production is already in place and the timing is basically perfect. If they start production already, then they are going to catch the holiday season.
Right. I think it's almost too soon. I think they should do it for next holiday season because they could still get another more life out of the Switch itself.
Mm.
But I don't know. I probably won't get it this year for sure.
Mm.
I'll wait.
Okay.
So,
Because
it just depends.
Because the rumor is saying that the Pro will support 4K. So I got a 4K TV on in my living
That's
room.
cool.
So yeah, that would be cool to have 4K.
That's really cool. Yeah. Yeah. So, but the thing is so now are they going to do? Is it going to be like they'll still sell the Switch and then just like ramp down production and then make it to where there's 3 Switch models? You know, a mini, a Switch, and a Pro. You know.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting, but yeah, if I am gonna upgrade, I would probably get the Pro. I would never get the Mini.
Yeah.
So
the problem for the Mini is you can't put it into the dock, so there's a problem.
Right. It's not even a Switch at that point.
It's like a upgraded 3DS kind of things.
Right. So I don't know. I don't think I'm too into that one. But anyway. Yeah. So
what other games besides Breath of the Wild sequel and Final Fantasy? What other games you would definitely purchase this year?
You know what? Another game that I absolutely love is Octopath Traveler.
You haven't played yet, or you want to get it somewhere on?
Yeah, I have played it. Yeah, I actually haven't beaten it because it's there's a lot of content, and so but it's such a good game. Like it's using the Unreal Engine, and so the way that the game like paints the environments is really awesome because it's also like it's kind of like the 3D or like the 2D 3D sprites for the characters, so it looks all old school, but yet they're in a 3D environment, and it's really neat because like the environment is being painted as you're going, and so like a lot of other games, but then like it's blurry farther away from your character, and so I don't know if you've played this game, but yeah, you're walking around and like it just has like this awesome nostalgic feel, but presented in this new way. And then like even the battles are really cool. They're really interesting. You can't just kind of like push the button a bunch of times and kind of just speed through the battle. You actually kind of have to, even normal battles with like normal enemies through each level or each stage, you have to kind of micromanage the battle to do what you need to do. And so it's really engaging. And the plot is really cool. Like it's kind of corny, a little sappy and stuff, but it's called Octopath Traveler, so there's 8 characters, and you get to pick which one is your main, but then you go and collect them. That's the first part of the game. You go collect the other 7.
Yeah.
And, oh, man, it's really good. If for any RPG fans, I highly, highly recommend it. So.
And again, this game is, I think I sold it earlier this year, when I think there's no replay value anymore because there's no DLC, there is no sequel for Octopath Traveler. So I sold the game when I beat the entire thing. I think I beat it within 60 hours.
Nice.
So it was hard. I mean, it was so hard to beat the bosses, and you really need to change a lot of the setups, and you need to have a specific build to beat certain bosses. And you can also freely change your squad and the entire team and their jobs and sub jobs, second jobs. So it makes a difference over the battles. So it was so engaging, and you have to look for like especially when it's so tough. I go to like the forums and see how people beat the game. So yeah.
Yeah, they're like, okay, this is the only way you can do this. Like, you gotta make this guy this, and for sure.
Yeah, and you need to catch
really
this. Yeah, that's really good. I highly recommend. That's a really good game. You can spend like a very fruitful like 60, 80 hours easily.
And you can also it does reward grinding too. So like if you get all your characters and then you like the ones that you want to keep as your main squad, if you grind the hell out of them, you are going to be stronger and stuff. And so that's like that nostalgic quality of all those old school games like that I just love. So
yeah,
in Final Fantasy VII, I used to just like run around in a circle in Midgar for like 3 hours leveling up. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably like the extent of the games that I've played that I've really enjoyed. I mean, mainly, like I said, it's just I need to kind of get back into it in a way that kind of makes sense for my budget with time and stuff like that. So, but pretty soon here, I'm gonna go back to a normal schedule where I'm not gonna be working 7 days a week. So that'll be nice.
Yeah. But definitely, yeah. If you haven't tried Octopath Traveler, yeah, you need to try that.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, but I'm trying to think of anything else, and I mean, I got that that Dragon Ball Z game, like one of the first ones that came out on the Switch, and I just didn't like it. It was too complicated and.
Is that a fighting game, right? Is it a fighting?
Yeah, well, it's kind of a fighting game, but it's also kind of like it's kind of like an RPG where you kind of like your character levels up. It's like an action RPG kind of, and it's just weird, very clunky, very clunky game. So
how about games like Dragon Quest? It's also JRPG, right? So I think you're going to love it.
It is. I just I've never gotten into the Dragon Quest games, and so I'm hesitant to start an entirely new IP like that with just there's so much content there. So it's almost like like even with like watching movies and stuff and shows, I kind of experience what a lot of people call content fatigue. There's just too much. There's too much out there.
Yeah.
And so you have to really be discerning on what you want to play and stuff. And so I guess that's why people listen to podcasts like this and or read blogs and stuff, is to kind of get ideas for that kind of stuff. So.
I'm very interested in Dragon Quest when it came out on I can't remember, it's like Xbox or Wii U or something,
right?
And I didn't have any console, as I told you before, and on the Switch you can get it for Japanese language only. So I can't read Japanese, so I didn't manage to get a game. But I've been interested in this game for years, and I've been waiting for an English version on Switch, like in the last couple of years, and I don't know why they refuse to make it like with other languages other than Japanese for the previous versions. But it's good that it's coming. Yeah, it's weird. But this is some game that is keep itching me, and I just want to play the game because of the gameplay. I really enjoy those kind of style of gameplay. Especially when I play through the game called Tales of Vesperia. is
Uh-huh.
similar to Dragon Quest actually. The
Right.
graphics and the tactics and everything is just very similar to Dragon Quest. I really enjoyed the game, and I even got the figure
Is
for the game.
is that for is that on Switch?
Yeah, it's on Switch.
Oh, okay, huh?
It
Interesting.
was
Yeah.
on Wii U, I think,
Oh,
and
right. Yeah.
it's ported to the Switch.
Right. You know what? Actually, I didn't even know about this, but I guess Breath of the Wild came out on Wii U.
Yes, it did. I think.
Yeah, and then but it's not nearly as good though, because it's almost like they knew. I think Nintendo knew that it was going to be released for both, and so they like kind of almost dumbed it down for Wii U. Like it doesn't have as good of a paint distance and stuff. And so,
Yeah.
But anyway,
And the funny thing is, for Dragon Quest, and you know there are a number of characters, and you can get a lot of different those kind of figures, toys, and for Dragon Quest, and it's very popular actually for Japan, and it's very expensive as well. And by the time it was announced, I checked the stock for the main character's figure, and it's going to sell out.
right?
And I bought
Is
one.
it-
I
what
ordered
is
one.
it? Is it a figure or is it one of those like amiibos?
It's a figure. It's a figure. It's not an amiibo. It's a figure, the
Weird.
official figure. So I got it in some channel with like a quarter of the price, without
Nice.
the retail box, just without the retail box. So the main character is basically sold out because it's so popular. Everyone want to get it, and even for the other characters, it's like the price is going up because of the demand.
Right.
So
Oh,
you
man.
can see how popular it is.
I just accidentally pressed my phone and I hit the speaker button, so you kind of came through on my recording here for a second, but it was just for a second, so you should be able to chop it out somehow.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's interesting. I had no idea that it was that popular over there.
Yeah, it's quite popular in Asia market. Yeah, for the Dragon Quest.
Wow.
So how about games like Fire Emblem? Do you play Fire Emblem games? It's also
What is it?
JRPG. Fire Emblem.
Oh, I've never played those ones either because I think it just came out a little bit after my interest kind of waned a little bit. Because I mean, I still love the style, and I mean, I want to play. What's the big one on Switch? The big JRPG. The one where you're like riding on the backs of these giant monsters and shit. And
Monster Hunter?
no, it's like the big JRPG for Switch. Ugh, why am I spacing it? Anyway,
JRPG.
Not Xenogears.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Xenoblade. Yeah, I was gonna say Xenogears, but yeah, Xenoblade.
Yeah.
So I totally want to play that, but again, it's like, I struggle with the just like what am I going to spend my time on and my money?
Yeah. I have the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on my Switch, and I hate the style for this kind of like JRPG because it has a very slow start.
Right.
And it's very difficult at the very beginning, and you do have to like pay a lot of attention, and you can't be lighthearted to play these kind of games, and especially when the resources is limited and your level is not even very competitive at. I mean, when you play along the storyline, you are basically chasing behind the levels, so it's very hard at the very beginning. So I basically stopped at around like 10-hour gameplay. It was so
Right.
hard, but you can easily invest like hundreds of hours into it.
Oh yeah.
I think
yeah.
I think I saw someone played Xenoblade for like, is it like 2,000 hours, 3,000 hours?
That's insane.
It's like insane. I can't invest
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. There's one thing I remember about the game specifically where the YouTuber Donkey.
I don't know.
You've probably heard of him. He's the guy who kind of makes fun of video games when he reviews them for the most part. He's really funny. He's got this great voice, and the way he talks is just hilarious. And his video or his YouTube channel is Video Game Donkey, and he's like, got a little donkey as his little mascot or his icon. Anyway, he's like, showing a recording of his playing, and it's a time lapse, and he's like, okay, all right, I'm 5 hours into the game, and there's still tutorials, all right, and he's like, then he goes to like 15, 20 hours in the game, and he's like 60 hours into the game, and he's like, there's another tutorial? What the hell? Like,
yeah, exactly what happened on me. So I basically gave up.
Yeah, it's like, no thanks, I'm sorry. Like, maybe if I was a kid, again, and I just really didn't have anything to do, but I have a social life, and I'm trying to switch careers eventually to web development, and I also have a job and another part-time job, and a girlfriend, and so it's like, when am I going to do all this stuff? So anyway,
So how about Mario games? Do you play Mario games?
I do enjoy it. That's one of the best games, I think, to pick up and put down. I think.
Yeah.
The Mario Odyssey. I can just pick it up, mess around. I don't even have to beat the level. I can just cruise around, and then mess with some stuff, and maybe beat the level. Maybe find a couple of moons or stars or whatever they are, and then just kind of throw it down without worrying about it.
Yeah.
It's funny, actually. My copy of Mario Odyssey is actually my ex-girlfriend's.
Do you need to return it?
Oh, I mean, I've told her a bunch of times, and then I think she just doesn't care. So I think it's just mine now.
Oh my god, it's hilarious.
Yeah. So, and it's not like we're fine. We get along. We're friends. But it's just one of those like I just think every time I've ever texted her about it or told her, she just like doesn't even acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Like, okay. But anyway,
when you talk about the games that you never return, I recall I cannot say it's a bad memory, but it's a kind of sad memory that when I was playing PlayStation 1 at the stage, and I got a very good friend of mine, and during the secondary school, and he borrowed me the King of Fighter 97, and that was a genuine copy. That's a very expensive copy actually, and I played through, and by the time I want to return the game to him, he already passed away.
Oh, jeez, man, that is really sad. Oh,
I think he passed away at age of kind of 15 or 16.
Oh wow, that's a bummer. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but I still keep the game very very nicely, and whenever I pick up the game, I remember him. That's pretty sad. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But that's kind of nice. You have that to remember him by. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So. Oh man. Well, I think I might have to pop out of here pretty soon. And I gotta. I'm going camping this weekend, so I gotta clean out my car and gotta do my laundry, and then I still didn't sync up with my friends yesterday, so I gotta meet them and give them some money for the campsite. So
you don't have to do the laundry. You are going to stink after the camping.
No, I really do have to do my laundry because I've been wearing the same pair of shorts for 2 days now.
Okay, I did my laundry last night, like at around 1 in the morning. Nice.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be me tonight. I'm gonna do it at least at like when it cools off a little bit. So that's the thing, is it's summer here, so it's so hot. Like right now is a little better, but it's pretty much been at least 95 degrees every day, and then it goes up and down. Right now it's only 76, so it's kind of nice. But
It's
But
summer
yeah.
here, and it's also wet, and it's raining heavily every day for a period
It's
of
summer.
time.
It's summer and it's raining.
Yeah, it's raining.
Weird.
Yeah, we have summer, and we got a lot of typhoons and rains and thunderstorms
It's
basically
crazy.
every day. Yeah.
Wow. Well, it was definitely awesome to join you on your new show here. I'm
Yeah,
definitely-
thank you for
definitely
joining.
yeah, man, I'm definitely up for coming back. Here and there. Whenever.
Yeah, sure.
There's some big stuff to talk about or something. So, or if I actually start playing Switch a lot again.
Yeah.
So,
I think
yeah, man.
if we want to talk again, we just feel free to come up with the show, and I think that there will be a lot to talk about along the year, especially when new things announced. I mean,
Yeah.
even for new iPhones, after new iPhone announcement, we can definitely get on the show and talk about our impressions, our orders, what did we order, did we not ordering, and why we are ordering, kind
Right.
of things. Yeah.
For sure, yeah. Yeah. Well, in
Yeah.
that case, we'll at least come back on pretty much next time Apple releases anything. So.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Cool.
Well, it was
It's nice talking to you for like
awesome.
over 2 hours in total.
I know. Yeah, it was awesome. I was delighted when I got your message the other day. I was like, oh wow, I haven't talked to him in a while.
It's like
So.
2 years since we last record our previous podcast. I think
Right.
it's over 2 years, right?
Yeah. And one of these days, I have all of my Jailcast data. So one of these days, I'm going to make a little website with like all the episodes that I have, and it'll just be like the Jailcast archive.
Mm.
And so that way, at least people can still listen to it, because my domain name, expired, and I didn't want to pay more money for it and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of sad because it's like kind of like a little bit of part of jailbreaking history, but
Yeah.
can't access anymore.
Yeah, it's inevitable, right? It's going.
Yeah.
I mean, it's diminishing. I mean, for the community, and it's not many people are interested anymore. So
Yeah. There's no point in maintaining it. So.
yeah.
But anyway,
But it was a fun. It was fun, and yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun when we were doing it. I just wish it would have. I wish we would have started it like a little earlier, because then I think we would have hit like a critical mass, and then maybe even kept going.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it's definitely great talking to you, and hope to talk to you soon.
Yeah. Good to talk to
All
you,
right.
and hope to talk to you next time.
All right, man. See you, Steven.
See you.